and we're in the back of the car, and he's driving us. And I don't even never told you a story.
No, I haven't heard this one.
And he turned around the same way that when you and I are in the car, and you're like, "Oh, Mike, make it right up here."
Right.
He's like, "Listen, we're going to go to a few checkpoints. If we have to just run over anyone at the checkpoint, don't be alarmed. It's not a real checkpoint." I'm like, "What?"
It is Tuesdays at Gebhards. I'm here with my friend Matt. Woo! Cheers! We're drinking a porter. No, we're drinking. What is this? We're drinking
coffee.
It's coffee. We're drinking coffee the day after Christmas. We got JW. What's up, JW? Dude, take a day or two off. It's Christmas. Well, yes, but we're in town, so more. Exactly. We figured we would do just a little something the day after Christmas, right?
Yeah, we needed to do something. Get out of the house and try to wake up a little bit.
Thank you. You obviously, let me go back to, you don't have kids. This is a day off, leaving the house going, Matt, you're around, right? He has to work Gebhards here on the Upper West Side. So I'm like, get me out of the house.
I'm leaving as soon as we're done. What time are we done?
In 5 minutes. We're gonna do a quick stream today and get the hell out of here. Debbie up there in Boston. We got Craig. Welcome to Gebhards, everyone. We got Kill the Batman. Merry Christmas. Oh, well, Merry Christmas to everybody. But you know what? Christmas is over. No Merry Christmases. This should be a new holiday right here. The day after Christmas. Cheers. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. It's over, bitches. How was your Christmas, Matt?
It was fine. How was yours?
What was wrong with yours? Why are you just saying fine?
I don't know.
Because it's too hectic, right?
You know, yes, it's very hectic, and my daughter's a little too young to quite appreciate it, so it's not like we had to be, prepared all the way for it. But
so you're not staying up all night putting toys together?
No, got up at 6 a.m. to wrap everything and stuff them under the tree, and then she was kind enough to wake up at 6:15.
So the best part of Christmas, so with me, ever since I've been with my wife, which is a long time now, we go down to Philly for Christmas Eve. Huge party, lots of food, drinking, football on the TV, all the cousins opening up Christmas gifts. Mm-hmm. And then we get in the car around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
How's that traffic?
It was non-existent. It's like it was the quickest ride of my life. But getting home at 12:30, then we have to set up Christmas in our house. And back in the day, my wife was like, no, I know we got our daughter a dollhouse. You got to put it together.
No.
So at 3 in the morning, I'm putting together a dollhouse.
You're so selfless, I mean,
thank you, man. Give me a cheers for this. Thank you.
An old Spanish king and all that.
Old Spanish king. So then we would finally get to bed around 3:30 in the morning, and then the kids would wake up at 7, and they would wonder why mommy and daddy are tired all day Christmas morning. But we're sort of out of that now that they're older. We don't have to put the gifts together in the middle of the night.
So how many years left before you don't have to worry about that stuff anymore and you just sleep all day?
Just throw presents at them?
Yeah.
I think you got to do it all the way until they go to college, I think. What? And then after college, they come back and they expect some shit.
Well, we'll see about
But this was the first year that I looked at my wife and I went, oh, my God, they don't believe in Santa Claus anymore. If we finally got the realization, 13 and 11. That's not bad, though.
That's a good holdout.
But then I was kind of hinting, and my son gave me a dirty look, and my wife a dirty look. Like, look, I understand what's going on here, but let's keep the magic going. Let's not openly talk about it because he wants to just sort of make believe he's believing. If that makes sense, does that make sense?
It does, but that it's a form of denial.
Well. It's the only time that I've ever lied to my kids because we always teach them not to.
You see what this stuff does to us?
Yes, because now they're like, well, Dad, geez, you've been lying about really one of the biggest things.
You stopped lying to your kids early.
Right.
They're terrible parents.
So, but Christmas was absolutely awesome. But I'm breathing a sigh of relief. It's over. Now we can relax.
Well, my wife and I had the same agreement you and I had. Like, hey, we're not doing something for each other, right? You don't get me something, I don't get you nothing, right? It's like, all right, good, that's nice. So, wife and I had the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And then I get there, and she's got 4 presents for me. Now I'm the asshole,
right?
But she is
right
because she snuck them in after the agreement. So Anyway, I don't mean that, honey, if you're watching. But if you're not,
No, you mean it. Tell her you mean it, Matt. Tell her you mean it.
I do mean it. That's why I said it.
Same shit happens in my house. Me and my wife make an agreement. Like, look, it's all about the kids. Let's make sure they have a good Christmas. I don't know what to even get you anymore. She's like, agreed. And then like 2 days before Christmas, she's like, I'm warning you, I didn't get you anything. And at that point, I was wandering around picking up shit, even though like you just said, we had this agreement. I had a stack of presents for her. And then of course,
and just in case, did you hide them?
No, they were under the Christmas tree. And of course I had a huge stack. So this whole thing of not getting each other presents isn't working out.
See, it's all lies.
It's
This
all
whole Christmas
lies.
thing is all lies.
It's all lies.
Anyway.
But so Millie, what does Millie think at this point?
Oh, man. Well, all
For
right.
the people that don't know, Matt's daughter, we're starting to get closer to 2 years old than not.
Yeah, she'll be 2 in March. So, but she realized at a certain point that all those presents were for her.
Right.
And that was awesome because I got it on video. And the smile, oh man, just the smile when she recognized that was special. But now that means that next year is going to have to be real, real Christmas.
All right. So you had the buffer, but now it's over. Now you're going to be
done.
in it. Now you're going to be in the middle of the
And
night,
she's going to
putting
be telling the
shit
baby
together.
what to expect.
Right.
So now, yeah, it's on now.
I'll put the Gebhards hat on the website. People want this hat. We got to put a few on my website.
Let's do it.
I could do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that for you, Richard.
Yeah.
All money going to Matt.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, I think that at that point it's a wash because I drink for free here. So then,
Anything to get a couple of bucks back in the pocket. That'd be nice.
yeah, exactly. Oh God, I got the hiccups now.
It's called Boxing Day, you Yankee plebe.
Oh, today's Boxing Day, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Isn't that a Canadian thing?
I think it's one of the other jabrones.
I think it's because I lived in Western New York and people would go. I don't understand Boxing Day. Do you know, Mike?
I know.
All right, get over here, Mike. My old producer, Mike Sappho's in town. What's up, Mike? He used to produce the Opie Radio podcast, and then everyone died, and then Mike decided I can't hang out with you anymore.
I was worried, and you were onto something with Boxing Day, the 26th. You should look into it. 26. I believe, yes, it's 26th. I believe it's in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and UK.
Right.
And it started, and I could be wrong, I don't have my phone to check, used to give gifts to the poor.
That's what that is?
To the unfortunate, and now they use it for sales like President's Day and stuff, but that's what it originally started as.
Wait, that's what it is?
It started as giving the gifts to the poor.
It has nothing to do with face punching.
No. When I lived in Buffalo, Canada had all these deals, right? So, but if you get caught at the border and they ask you what you got, you're like, I bought a shirt, even though your whole car's packed with shit. And what they would do is they would leave the boxes behind in the parking lots of all the places they were shopping at. So then if they got checked at the border, they go, no, this is just my suitcase.
This is my stuff.
This is my suitcase of clothes. What are you talking about? That's what I thought Boxing Day was. The fact that they left all the boxes all over the parking lots in Canada when people were shopping for deals.
It's a creative idea you had.
But I think that's what it is.
It's definitely not it. I was so worried when I told you I was going to meet you up here for a little bit. I was so worried you were going to post about the podcast with someone I used to do radio with. I'm like, oh, God, they're going to be disappointed when they see my face. That's what they're going to do.
Mike still helps out with the podcast, but not as much as the old days because, the whole thing collapsed, right, Mike?
It was Carl's tragic passing and then Vic's. Mm-hmm. And then COVID happened, so we had nowhere to even do the podcast.
Right.
So, and you weren't about doing Skype. I'd be in Brooklyn. You were at your place. You were on the beach.
Yeah.
And now we're going to tell another guest it was all over the place.
And then and you were too busy getting your hair done, and you're too busy getting snipped. Like
traveling
the
world.
Now he's done with that.
Huh?
Now he's done with that.
I'm done now. I'm free now.
Back.
I'm free now. I just travel now. That's it.
All right, then start doing the. Why don't you start showing up here every Tuesday with us?
I'll be here.
We'd love to have you. Yeah, I know you're here now, but
first of many.
Yeah, Matt didn't recognize me when I walked in. That was uncomfortable.
I had the light in my eyes.
We're staring at each other. I'm like, he doesn't remember. I was here for 20 times already.
Look, Sappho, what's up?
That's my guy.
People remember you.
Of course.
So Mike Sappho went to, where did you go, Turkey?
We're talking about traveling or cosmetic procedure?
Let's go. Let's go with the obvious. You have hair.
I have hair now.
You got more hair than me now, you bitch.
Not as good as Matt, though. I'm up there. I'm close.
Yeah, don't even.
Matt,
you don't have to mention it.
Matt, no, don't.
That flowing hair looking great.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so
he has to show off his superhero hair. That's why I wear hats when I'm with my friend Matt. I'm still okay up there, but when you have too much hair. Can we start pulling it out?
Yeah. No.
No.
You can pull it a little bit, but
Yeah.
not out.
But Sappho, you're going a little thin up top, and you decided to
a
go
little thin. I was going a lot thin.
Okay, so that's what I thought you were talking about, the haircut you got. That's a long way for a haircut, dude. I'm getting it now.
No,
I'm
Mike.
starting to wake up. Second espresso.
Mike's like, I got to take care of my hair. He did his research, and he decided to go to Turkey.
Istanbul, Turkey.
Istanbul.
The number one place to get your hair done.
Yeah.
In Istanbul, Turkey.
Okay.
So I went out there just for business. I've been there before for vacation, business trip. Left on a Sunday morning, got there Sunday night, procedure Monday, clean it up on Tuesday, back to work Wednesday night.
Wow.
Wait, you only missed a couple days to get new hair in
I missed
Turkey?
2 days of work. 2 days of work. I was Tuesday and then went Saturday and Tuesday. I missed 2 days. Showed up at work with a shaved head and started growing in like a chia pet.
And then you had to sneak in some coffee and some lamb dish and then back to work.
Exactly.
All right.
Now he's got this thing in front, like a little wave. Like you're
Did you pick that, or did they make that?
Well, no, that's just because I haven't gotten a haircut.
Oh,
yeah. And the thing is, it's actually a lot thicker.
Yeah.
But I went to some barber, and he's like, "Bro, your hair's way too thick."
Too
So
thick.
he did.
Come out.
He thinned it up. So now I got nervous. I'm like, "Oh man!" So I go back there to get it redone.
So walk us through the procedure. You land in Turkey.
I land in Turkey now my wife Julia did insane research.
Right.
When I mean like
your wife is like my wife.
Yeah, she did all the research. I just Googled best place in Turkey.
Exactly. I would have went to Bayonne, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I would have went to somewhere stupid. Thank God I got.
Hey, are you Turkish?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You do my hair. It's like I give you a haircut now. Right. So you land there. They pick you up like a great car. They drive you to a 5-star hotel.
Is it part of the whole package?
Whole package.
Oh, so you pay like a package deal.
You pay a package deal. All you pay for is the flight.
Holy crap. And they put you in a 5-star hotel?
5-star hotel. So you get there.
Is the hotel filled with people just getting procedures in
half
Turkey?
and half. It's half and half. You see a lot of bald dudes.
Right.
And a lot of women actually covering their teeth.
Right.
And this surprised me. There was a lot of Asian people there who have amazing hair. I'm like, what are you guys doing getting their beards done?
What?
Yes, a lot of people get their beards done.
What? Wait, they're getting thick beards?
Thick beards.
Because don't they? Can we talk like?
They don't grow.
Can we talk like?
What's on your mind?
Can we talk generally?
Yeah.
Is it true the Asian population they can't grow a thick beard in general? Is that what you're trying to say,
Well,
there, Mikey?
No, not at all. I think it's just like us. Some people of all races lose their hair. Some people don't grow the greatest beards. So I'm there.
I didn't know they did procedure for the beard.
They do.
Holy! I had no idea. I knew they did the hair. Obviously, I knew they did the Merkins or whatever the hell for the down below, right?
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
The Merkins
must.
They do everything.
Next time you go, bring a menu back.
I will.
Yeah.
So they pick you up in a nice car. They drop me in a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
I go to sleep, and they're like, "We'll be here at 8 in the morning." 8 in the morning. They pick me up. They drive me 10 minutes. I'm in Istanbul, and I go to this beautiful medical facility.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like I have a movie.
Holy shit.
So it was all like high tech, and the doctor sits me down. He's like, "Okay, here's your hair." He shaves your head right on the spot.
Right.
So I'm like freaking out. Now there's no turning back.
Right.
And he's like, "Okay, where do you want the hairline?" I'm like, "Here." And the guy's like, and they punch it up.
Right. They
like,
show you what it's going to look
They're
like.
like, "You look ridiculous."
Your
natural
widow's
hairline.
peak.
Yes.
Right.
They're like, "Your natural hairline's right here. We're going to do that." I said, "Okay." He's like, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yes." They lay you down like in a massage chair, so your face is through the thing. And I'll give you videos to post.
Yeah.
And they just basically it feels like a cheese grater, taking all the hair out of your head. They numb it though, Matt. They numb it.
All right.
And then you sit up and you just see thousands of pieces of your hair, thousands of follicles of your hair on a plate.
Oh my God.
And then there's like 5 nurses, female nurses who have already had procedures done to themselves to make themselves look a little different. And they give the doctor the needle and you lay down. I showed you the video, and they insert hair into your head one by one. And I'm just laying there on the phone reading a book. A few hours later, 2 hours, he's like, "Hey, you want a break?" I'm like, "I'm good."
Go.
Like, okay.
Right.
Maybe 4 hours. Like, "Okay, you ready?" I'm like, I sit up. He's like, "All right, you're done."
Done.
I'm like, "That's it." He goes, "That's it." I'm like, "What happens now?" Now I'm freaking out. I'm looking, and my hair has all bumps in it.
Right.
They rub some lotion on it. They're like, "Go to the hotel. We'll see you tomorrow morning."
Wow.
And then there's like, head has to be down. You have to keep your head back.
Yeah.
So I did that. I woke up early in the morning. I had a headache, obviously. I woke up in the morning. They cleaned it. They foamed it up. They sprayed it. They said it's perfect. Next morning, my flight was at 4 in the morning. They picked me up at like 1 in the morning. They do one more cleaning. They put a headband on your head.
Why the headband?
Because when you fly, they don't want your head to expand. So now I'm going to be embarrassed. Now listen. I get to the airport, and there's around 100 dudes with headbands.
No.
Easy. and you from all over the world, and you look and see, that one went to Dr. Cynic, that one went to Dr. Hughes, that one. They have the name on it. Yeah. It was wild, and
That's cool.
So you flew home a whole plane with guys that got their hair done.
On my flight, there was 16 people.
16.
I counted, and I was trying to take pictures. I'm like 16 people.
You guys should have did a group shot. That would have been hilarious.
And it was funny because I got a guy I worked with got it done,
right?
And like he's like, no, I just use different shampoo. I'm like, bro, but I went in there like kind of like Eminem and 8 Mile. I'm like, I'm telling everyone, like, I'm getting my hair done. So I came back, and then I'm like, yeah, I got it done. So I didn't have to hide it with a hat or anything. And it just kept.
It's in person. It's absolutely insane.
It just kept growing and growing.
Insane.
It was what? No scar in the back. And
because like the old days, they would cut out a patch in the back, and you see those guys walking around New York when it didn't work, and now they got that really bad, ugly scar on the back. The back of his head is shaved where they got the hair from.
I still get a skin fade, and there's not even a line there, so it's
unbelievable.
All right.
Holy crap!
When I'm about 80, I might need that. I'll remember.
You're gonna make it to but no, you're never gonna need that.
On a turkey.
Yes, it was actually one of the best decisions ever made. I was very happy with it.
Right.
Not expensive at all. It's I was supposed to go with 4 guys, 3 bailed. 1 went to Jersey to get it done.
Right.
And 9 months later, had to go to Turkey to get it redone.
Right.
Other one went to DR, and it's good.
Why is Turkey the place to go for this? How did they get the reputation?
I think it's cheaper businesses and stuff because there's doctors from all over the world that go there. So they go there because I guess it's a lot cheaper. It's one of the most visited places in the world. You've been there. It's one of the most visited places in the world.
Turkey's amazing.
And it's a great hub for the Middle East.
Did you get to wander around or not?
Oh, yeah, I've been to Turkey a few times. I love Turkey.
Did you go to the Blue Mosque?
I did. Went to the Blue Mosque, all that stuff.
Did you buy a rug?
I didn't buy a rug. How am I going to get that on the plane? They thought I was shady because I showed up there with just a school bag. They're like,
right.
Because I was going there for business. I'm like, I'm going here for business. Get my hair done, coming right back.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was
man. That is so cool.
Not expensive. All you do is pay for the flight. And honestly, I brought $300 with cash. I came back with $250. I bought food across the street for 3 days. Yeah, that's it.
That's great.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Good for you, Mike.
Good move.
Yeah, it is a good move. You look a lot younger now.
Thank you. I do.
Holy crap!
Thank you. It's a no kids thing. That's what it is.
Oh, my back hurts now. Right. And Mike also does some traveling. Where have you been lately? How many countries have you been to?
96.
No, 96 countries.
96. Yeah.
96 countries.
All right.
I did a bunch of crazy ones. I just got back from the Congo.
That's not a crazy one though for you.
Well, no, it's one of the most dangerous places in the world. It's actually one
kind of crazy.
Oh, so it's one of your most dangerous ones?
The most dangerous. It was worse than Afghanistan and Ukraine. It was
really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the Congo was the most insane one I've done so far. I did Afghanistan, which was wild.
Right. Well, tell me about Afghanistan first.
Afghanistan's really, really, really difficult to get to. So it's because they don't give visas. This is right before the Americans pulled out of Afghanistan.
Right.
I knew what was going on. I knew I had to get there. So you need someone to sponsor you to a lot of these countries. So you need a family or someone to be like, I'm going to bring Mike Safa with me. If he does anything stupid, my family's responsible.
Right.
It happened in Pakistan. So now just say I go there and I
went to Pakistan. You're crazy.
And just say I act a fool, do something stupid. If I, disrespect religion or rob a store, that family's in more trouble than I am.
Right.
So Afghanistan, I have to make friends. So I just, I have a little podcast, I have a few listeners. So I told this guy from Afghanistan, who was a famous tour guy, to come on my show. And I friended him. I'm like, I would love to come there. Hence, I got the letter of invitation. But I'll tell you a wild story. So I'm in Afghanistan, okay? I'm in Mazar-e-Sharif, which is up north.
Oh, no one goes there.
I don't believe I ever told you a story. I was
that place used to be something. That place went to shit, though, man.
And it was so I was there for 2 days. I was supposed to go to Kabul for 2 days. And it's like 3 a.m, and I got a knock on my door. And it's my little tour guide, Noor. And he's like, okay, we got to go. I'm like, no. Our flight's at, 9 a.m. He's like, no, you have to leave the country. And I'm like, what? He's like, they just blew up the school in Kabul. Remember all those girls died?
Oh, yeah.
It's time to go.
Yeah, he's like, you have to leave. I'm like, well, what do I do? And now I'm bugging out, and there's barely Wi-Fi. I'm trying to text Julie. There's no Wi-Fi.
Right.
And he's like, we're going to take you to Uzbekistan. Now, right away, I'm like, now I'm bugging out. I'm with my friend, and we're in the back of the car, and he's driving us. And I don't believe I never told you a story.
No, I haven't heard this one.
And he turned around the same way that when you and I are in the car, and you're like, oh, Mike, make it right up here.
Right.
He's like, listen, we're going to go to a few checkpoints. If we have to just run over anyone at the checkpoint, don't be alarmed. It's not a real checkpoint. I'm like, what? So that's what he says.
Don't worry about it.
So now the first
checkpoint's not real.
The first checkpoint we stop at,
yeah,
we get the stuff, and they're talking to each other, and I go. And then we're driving, going like 50 miles per hour, kind of like in a desert scene. It's not the desert. I'm not going to exaggerate it.
Right.
And there's like 4 kids standing in the middle of the street. I'm like, he's like, oh, this one's not real. And I'm thinking he's going to run these people over. But he just like went on the sand and just kept going. We get to the border, and the border's probably from here to like, just say Broadway, maybe like a half a block.
Yeah.
And there's a ditch that's probably like 4 feet deep because they make the cars go through the ditch so there's not a bomb in the car.
Right.
They make the car get wet.
Oh, wow.
So he's like, all right, they won't let me go any further. You have to walk across. So I walk across, and the guy goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to go to Uzbekistan. He's like, COVID test. I'm like,
COVID? That's what they were worried about?
and he's like, I'm like, oh, he's like, okay, we'll do a test.
Right.
24 hours. I'm like, what do I do? He's like, go back to Afghanistan. He's like, or I give you a rapid test right now, $100. Sir, he's like, okay, you don't have COVID. And then they let us in the country. And I'm like, okay, so now we're Googling. And we want to go to Tashkent, which is like the main city. I'm like, sir, airport's like 3 miles away. How do we get there? He's like, I'm not a tour guide. And they just left us. We had to walk 3 miles without luggage. Yeah.
I would have lost my. Would you have lost your shit, Matt?
Well, it sounds like I'm not going to try.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, Afghanistan was wild.
Oh my.
Ukraine and then Congo were the 3.
Were you in Ukraine for the the war shit or?
So my plan was to go. I knew I wanted to go to Ukraine.
Right.
So I tell my buddy, let's go to Moldova, go down to Romania. We'll do all that stuff. He's like, all right. We land in Moldova. We rent a car. I'm like, bro, we're like 2 hours from Odessa, Ukraine. He's like, I don't care. Like, we have to go. It's like, there's no chance we're going. I'm like, listen, let's go for a day.
Jesus.
So we drive 2 hours. We get to the border. And this part, I'm not making a joke of it. You saw like 100 cars leaving.
Right.
Not one car going in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, what are you doing at the border?
Please come in.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing?
Right.
I'm like, honestly, I just want to offer, support. Does anyone need food? And the guy's like, there's a war going on.
Right.
I'm like, I know. I just want to go. The guy's like, we're not responsible for you.
Right.
And we rented a car from SIXT. It's like the kind of enterprise out there in Europe. And we had to give a $5,000 deposit if something happens to the car. Usually it's like $25.
Right.
So we get to Odessa.
In case it gets hit by a missile.
Yeah,
or
a bomb.
Right.
So we're in Odessa, and I don't tell anyone. I don't tell my wife, my family I'm here. And we're there.
Oh, she must love you.
Oh,
where are you now, Mike? I'm in the middle of Ukraine.
No, I lied. I said I'm in Moldova.
Right.
And then we go. So now it's like 7 o'clock at night, and everywhere we go is like shutting down because there's an 8 o'clock curfew. So I'm like, we need a hotel. I go on Booking.com. I get a hotel, and as we go in there, the girl's like, "Can you leave tomorrow morning?" I'm like, "Okay."
I'd like to.
And I'm like, "Why?"
Yeah.
And she's like rolling her eyes, and she's like, "Tomorrow's the 1-year anniversary of the war where we're experiencing threats." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even realize." I'm like,
Oh my God.
So then I'm like, you know what? I text my wife, my brother. I'm like, hey, don't be mad. I'm in Ukraine.
Promise you won't
Yeah.
be mad.
And outside my hotel room, it said nearest bomb shelter with an arrow.
Right.
So we hung out there for 2 days. And we stayed one more day because I wanted to see more stuff. And then we got out of there. So those were the 2 back-to-back wild ones.
Did you stay at a hotel? In
Yeah,
Ukraine?
the Amsterdam Hotel.
Was it nice?
Gorgeous. No one was there.
Oh, no one was there. But I mean, did you?
Pretty cheap because of the war.
Right.
Super cheap.
Did you get a feeling that people were just living their lives, or
Well,
you could feel that it was pretty intense? Like
in Odessa, because it's kind of far removed. It's far from Kiev and all that stuff.
right.
It seemed like everything was normal. But when we left a few months later, there was a few bombs that did happen there. But when we were there, it was honestly a party atmosphere. Everyone was really loving life. If you were there, you didn't know what was going on. Like, it's funny. You didn't see one Ukraine flag in the window. I'm like, wait a minute. In my neighborhood, there's Ukraine flags everywhere.
Yeah. There's some in this neighborhood.
Yeah. Not that that's bad.
No, but you look up and you see the Ukraine flags, you see the Israel flags.
Mhm.
I mean, people are all flying flags in this
Of course,
in this
from that
city these
country too,
days.
yeah.
Right. So tell us about the Congo.
The Congo's always been like a dream of mine. It sounds.
And you just got back?
just got back. The Congo, it sounds corny. Remember a Great Adventure, Six Flags?
Sure.
There was that ride, Congo Rapids.
I never did.
That's why you went.
Yeah. Well, I was super young.
Right.
And I remember there was a map that said Congo Rapids. Like, we were there, the Congo. I'm like, it's a real place. You can drive down the Congo River.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to go there eventually. But it's not humanly possible to go to Congo. Anyway.
Wait, you're not allowed to go to the Congo? Is it an
The
emergency?
visa is very difficult to get.
Right. So how do you get? I don't even want to know.
So I met a few people. I want to go. And I don't want to say ruse, but the excuse I give is that I go there to watch World Cup qualifying soccer because that's when the country shuts down.
Right.
So I find out when so there's a World Cup qualifying match December 15th.
Right.
I'm going.
Right.
I tell the government, hey, I want to go. I write them a letter. Fine. So I went out to the Republic of the Congo.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah, I flew to the Republic of the Congo, which is the nicer of the Congos. It was actually gorgeous. It was beautiful.
Right.
And then we had to take, I wish I had pictures to show, which I do, but I'll show you. And we had to take the ferry across to the Democratic Republic of Congo. It was the scariest, sketchiest place I've ever seen in my life. There's no rules. There's no traffic lights, traffic signals, cops. It took us 2 hours and 12 minutes to go 1 mile.
Oh my, why?
Because there's just no traffic. We stopped at a roundabout.
Right.
And I have video of all this. We're at the roundabout, and there's like, I'm not joking, a goat walking across, a guy getting a haircut, a lady with a rickshaw, a guy selling a tissue. And I tell my guy, I'm like, are you going to go? He's like, no, we're like the fourth car. I'm at the roundabout. He goes, yeah, up there when one of the cars are kind of like bump into each other. Yeah. And then our lane goes. Like, so you just get bumped into. Cops come in, it is chaos.
Kind of a tag you're at kind of.
Yeah, we finally got to the hotel. I stayed at a 5-star hotel, and I'm, 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
And the stadium was 1.5 miles from the hotel. The game started at 6. It was 4. The guy's like, we're not making it.
And it's a mile away?
I'm like, can we walk? He's like, you can't walk. I'm like,
why can't you walk?
It's not the safest.
Huh.
He's like, honestly, you don't look like a Congolese guy. They're going to rob you.
Right.
So I'm like, listen, now I already had tickets to the match. I'm like, we got to go. So we get in the car. We didn't move for an hour. I'm like, can we do a scooter? He's like, you might be. I'm like, well, I'll go on.
It's 1 mile away. You can pretty much. Oh,
we saw the stadium.
God.
So we see the stadium, and we go on a scooter. We get there, and we get our section. There was 50,000 Congolese people. I'm playing the drums, the bongo, and it was anything you can ever imagine.
So you did get into the game.
Oh, I went to the game. Right. Got myself a jersey.
All right.
I won 2-0 in Mauritania.
Right.
And how'd you get back? How long did it take to get back out?
After the game, it was 40,000 people, but celebrating because they won.
Right.
Yeah.
So afterwards, I'm like, what do we do? I'm like, now it's pitch black.
Oh boy, they better win.
And the guy's like, listen, you're gonna get on a scooter, and I basically rode like me, like it was Congolese dude, me, Congolese dude, like everybody was super cool with me because they're like, this guy's wearing a jersey, he's screaming for us. They don't know who is this guy?
Right.
They thought I was military.
Yeah.
They thought I was UFC.
Right.
Some guys like taking pictures UFC. I'm like, oh, I hope this guy doesn't think I can fight.
Right.
This guy's like doing this. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, you know. But I was there. I went to the stadium where Ali fought Foreman.
Right.
The Rumble in the Jungle. I saw some cool stuff there. It was a cool place.
Were you scared there?
Never scared, but always like head on a swivel.
Right. Mm-hmm. And how was the food and all that?
Food was good. A lot of springbok, different meats and fishes.
I don't know what a springbok is.
And it's called fufu.
Sounds like a German beer.
No.
Yeah.
It's called.
Do you have that on tap?
2 springboks, please.
Yeah. So you guys want a beer?
I'll do a beer. You want a beer? You want a beer? Everyone get a beer?
I'll be right back.
All right, Matt's
I have no way to leave my arm.
All right. Sit.
Yeah, so the Congo is cool. We had fufu, which is like a.
Did you get to see? Is there wild animals there?
I went to see.
Like rhinoceroses.
No, I saw that before. I went
hippos.
To see, is it called the bonobos or the bonobos? They're like the little gorillas.
Right.
They're the closest. They think closest link to us. They're the only animals that French kiss each other. They kiss with tongues. They have periods. So we went to their sanctuary.
Every animal has a period, right?
I don't know, but they French kiss each other. And the thing is, they're smaller.
Yeah.
And they're kind of endangered. So there's a whole sanctuary we went to go see, which was awesome.
And you were watching them French kiss? Were you getting turned on?
A little bit. It was cool to see. They walk around. They're human-like, which is
right.
It was wild to see.
French kissing.
So then after that, I went to Senegal, and Senegal was gorgeous. So that was a safe place to be.
And did you go on can you go on safaris there, or is it more like just the animals that are in the area?
Congo is more gorilla trekking. It was more gorilla trekking, but I went there for the soccer match. That's
right.
Hence why I went there. If the government asked me, I had to show them that.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my God. Did you see any gorillas?
Yeah, but the bonobos or the bonobos, I feel like I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, we saw.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Those are the big suckers.
No, they're bigger. They're big, but they're not as huge as the huge like
regular gorillas.
Regular ones.
Okay.
They're very human-like. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Go if you look up a picture of I don't know how to say it either.
B-O-N. I hate the word.
They look very much like
they mate for life. They kiss with their tongues.
Those are the ones you were talking about.
Yes,
you said they were smaller.
Well, we had the baby ones there because it's a sanctuary.
All right, now I got
like an orphanage.
No, I know exactly which.
That was
which
wild
one you're talking
see.
about. They look a lot like humans. It's kind of creepy. It
was wild to see. It was cool.
Oh my God! So world traveler. What else about the Congo? Like, I don't know how you do this stuff, dude. Like, you're never scared when you're in these.
You know, my biggest issue is getting people to come with me.
Right.
So I'm like, if I right now reach out to, hey, oh, you have a weekend, let's go to Germany.
Right.
You're like, I'm in.
Right.
You always tell me if I go to normal places, I'm going to
Yeah, I
come.
would do that in a second. But also, it's like, let's go to Ukraine or the Congo,
That's the issue.
Afghanistan. I'm like, why? No.
So that's the issue. So my next big one, it's one of the holy grails of traveling, Turkmenistan.
What's that?